Imagine stepping outside and spotting a scorched black titanium sphere on the lawn, built to survive Venus, yet parked in your backyard. Sometime between May 7th and 13th, that exact scenario could unfold when the Soviet Cosmos 482 probe barrels through Earth's atmosphere in an uncontrolled plunge. The half-ton relic left Earth in 1972. The mystery is where the 1-meter-wide bowling ball will land, and whether anyone will notice before a dull thud interrupts breakfast. Back in March 1972, Soviet engineers aimed Cosmos 482 at Venus. A timer glitch in the Molniya rocket's final stage stranded the spacecraft in Earth orbit, while its twin, Venera 8, sped onward. Most of the launch hardware burned up within a decade. The descent capsule, basically a titanium pressure vessel wrapped in ceramic glass, kept circling every 90 minutes for 53 years. Why is the capsule so stubborn? It was built for 460 degrees Celsius heat and pressures 90 times those on Earth, conditions that crush on Venus. That toughness means the sphere may survive re-entry almost intact. Orbital analyst Jonathan McDowell calls it dense but inert. You wouldn't want it bashing you on the head. Before we weigh the odds, here's a quick tease. In a moment, I'll share an easy way to watch this relic glide across the dawn sky. No telescope required. Trackers place re-entry around May 10th, give or take a day. The potential landing strip stretches between 52 degrees north and 52 degrees south, London to Cape Horn, yet about 70% of that zone is ocean, so water holds the best odds. If the heat shield stays intact, the sphere could still hit ground at roughly 240 kilometers per hour, the speed of a skydiver without a parachute. How worried should you be? 200 to 400 trackable objects tumble back every year, most ending as unnoticed fireballs far offshore. Only one person has ever been struck, Lottie Williams in Tulsa. A fluttering sheet of rocket metal tapped her shoulder in 1997. She walked away unhurt and slightly bemused. There have been close calls, though. A chunk from a SpaceX Dragon trunk punched a hole through a Florida roof this March. Earlier, dark rods from a Chinese Long March booster dented houses in Côte d'Ivoire. These stories stick because they're rare. NASA once put any individual's lifetime chance of being hit by debris at 1 in 21 trillion. Lightning, by comparison, is 1 in 15,000 in the United States. Cosmos 482 barely nudges those odds, though McDowell estimates a 1 in several thousand chance that someone, somewhere, might take a hit. If damage occurs, international law is clear. Under the 1972 Liability Convention, Russia, the Soviet Union's legal successor, must pay for harm on the ground. That treaty has never faced a courtroom test. Cosmos 482 might give lawyers a rehearsal. Why does space junk keep making headlines? Launch rates have exploded. SpaceX alone has placed more than 6,000 Starlink satellites in orbit, with mega constellations from Amazon and China on the way. Each derelict payload spins the roulette wheel faster. Insurers are noticing. Premiums for large satellites may soon hinge on cleanup records. Now, the promised backyard moment. Cosmos 482's orbit tilts 52 degrees. If you live between those latitudes, look for a bright, slow-moving dot in the pre-dawn sky this week. Free apps like Heavens Above post updated passes. The capsule shines near magnitude 6, barely visible under dark skies, brighter through binoculars. Think of it as a 60-second cameo from 1972 before gravity calls time. Quick beat. In April 1972, fragments from the same probe already rained on New Zealand. A farmer found still-warm fuel cylinders the size of coffee cans. They now sit in a museum, proof that space history sometimes lands unannounced. So, could it hit my house? You might ask in the comments. Physicist Marco Langbroek says the risk mirrors a meteorite fall. Tiny, but not zero. If you're comfortable driving to the store or barbecuing under storm clouds, you can stay calm about Cosmos 482. Before we close the earlier loop, how do you catch the re-entry fireball itself? The final plunge lasts only minutes, and prediction error shrinks a few hours beforehand. If real-time alerts appear, watch for a fast, fragmenting streak low on the horizon. Orange fireworks heading down, not across. Pilots and night shift mariners are the most likely witnesses, but satellite tracker feeds should light up with updates. Now, I'd love your take. Do the tiny odds justify stricter regulations, or is orbital debris just another background risk like potholes and pollen? Drop a thought below. Variable reward twist to finish. If the capsule splashes harmlessly at sea, a detective story begins. Saltwater-soaked titanium can float, briefly. Picture a weather-beaten sphere washing onto a remote beach, the ultimate conversation starter for a passing surfer. Will anyone find it? Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep looking up. Just maybe not straight up next Thursday morning.